Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're into 3D printing, then I know the slicer is a game changer for preparing your models. Today, we're going to be diving into the Move tool. Whether you're arranging some multiple parts or just tweaking their positions, this one's going to save you some time. By the way, apparently I've got Ricky here with me, so she may be quacking through the rest of the video. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, we are going to open up Prusa Slicer and add a model. Now, for the basic cube for this demo, we have to ensure that we are either on normal mode or expert mode. If you are on beginner mode, you will not be able to import a new model by adding it from the area just off to the right. You must be either on normal or expert. So now we have our ability to add a shape. We're going to right click or command click, depending on if you're Mac or Windows, add a box, and now you have the basic cube. So in order to move this object around, the first thing you have to do is click on the Move tool. And now you have the ability to move it all around. As you move it around, object and world coordinates that under object manipulation changes just slightly. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to change this back to beginner mode for the purpose of having this object manipulation up in the top right-hand corner. Now, back to the cube. As we move this around, the position changes. If we would like to have it at a very specific position, all you have to do for the x-axis, we select on that and say we wanted to have a position of 50 millimeters from the left side of the build plate. Now it moves it to 50 millimeters from the outermost portion of your build plate. If you would like to move it along the y-axis, you select the y-axis and click, say, 100. Let's go 101. And now you are 101 millimeters from the outermost edge of the y-axis. Now we will get into the z-axis manipulation here momentarily, but let's go ahead and move back to the move function. On the move function, you will see 3 different color arrows. On these arrows, whenever you click on one of them, now you have the ability to move that object in that specific direction, whether it be on the z-axis, always represented in blue, the y-axis, always represented in green, and then the x-axis always represented in red. So if you click on that, now it will only move it along that specific axis. Now with the z-axis, it's a little bit different. You have the ability to sink that object down to the build plate and hold it underneath, and whenever you hit slice, it will slice just from the build plate up, but you do not have the ability to bring it up at all past the build plate. It always snaps back to the build plate, and there is a reason for that. We will be getting into how to move this later on, but for right now, let's go ahead and keep going. To move your object around freely, all you have to do without clicking on a specific arrow is just click on the object itself, and now you have the ability to move it freely. I'm going to place it right now just to show you the reason why the Move tool is so important on the outermost right edge of my build plate. And I'm going to select a smaller build plate from a different printer. Now that object is directly off of the build plate. If you like to move it back onto the build plate, all you have to do is click on this box, move it back wherever you would like to place it. And now, whenever it's represented in a non-blue color, it is back on the build plate and it's able to be printed. You may be asking, okay, well, if I have the ability to move an object, why does it have to highlight it? Well, right now in beginner mode, you do not have the ability to add another instance of this object. You can only have one object on the build plate at a time. So in order to add multiple objects, you're going to have to come up here to the modes, change it to either normal or expert. I'm going to click it on normal. And then you are going to add another instance of that object. So now we have 2 objects on this build plate. Now I can either allow the computer and Prusa Slicer to make automatic changes and arrange this for me by selecting off of the object anywhere on the build plate, and then selecting auto arrange, and not auto arranges the object for me, or you would like to select and place that model a specific area, you can now click on that object and move these objects individually around. This is also handy if your build plate allows prints to stick a little bit better, have a little bit better adhesion on different plates, different places of the build plate. All right, so that's having two different objects within the build plate at a time. And these are different instances. Whenever you click on any one of these objects, all of them will move together because they are just one instance, just duplicated. So whatever you do to one of them happens to all of them. Let's go ahead and delete the objects that are on the build plate. We're going to right click on the main object, hit delete, remove all of them. And now let's go ahead and add an object with multiple parts from any type of model that you may have. Okay, so to demonstrate this, I am going to import a model from Prusa Slicer. Now, this is going to be the mini He-Man made by Wexter. Let's go ahead and get back into object manipulation. If I click on the main portion of the object or model, now I have the ability to move him around on the build plate. What if one of these pieces do not line up perfectly where they need to be? And we have them already broken down into different parts within an object as opposed to separate objects by themselves. If you select one of these specific objects, say his shield is not quite centered exactly where you want it, and you need to move it either up, down, left, right. Whenever you select the move tool, if you need to move it along the x-axis, the y-axis, that's just like normal. If you need to move it up and down, now you have the ability to move this in the upward direction along the z-axis. And that's to better place parts within an object by itself. So in order to get this back to where it was, I'm going to just hit the undo button up on my toolbar at the top. And now it's placed exactly back where it should have been. All right, so that's going to be the basic movements of an object that's going to be on the build plate. Now, here's a pro tip for everybody. If you would like to manually move an object either left or right, all you have to do on your keyboard is just place that object on the build plate and then move it around using your arrow buttons, either left and right or up and down. Now, one little unknown fact here, if you would like to move it in smaller increments for finer detailing, all you have to do is hit the shift button. And now when you select those arrows, now they move just ever so slightly. Now I'm going to place this object back where it's right along one of these grid lines. And here's something that's not widely known. If you hold down the command function on your keyboard and hit the right arrow, it will not only move it to the right, but it also moves it up just slightly. If you hold down the command button and hit the up arrow, now it moves it up a direction and just slightly off to the left. And one more small pro tip here. If you hold down the shift and command button on the Mac keyboard and now just hit the up arrow, it moves it very slightly up and to the left, up and to the right. For right button, down is going to move it down and to the right, and left is going to be left and to the right. But it's not exactly a 1-for-1. If you hit the shift button, it moves it just slightly one direction, the direction that you're hitting on your keyboard. But if you hit shift and command and you go to the right, it moved it just slightly up, but it did move it more to the right than a 1-for-1. All right, so that's the basics. Practice on a simple model and you'll be slicing like a pro. If you run into any issues, check out Prusa's official docs or drop a comment below and I'll be able to respond back to you. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. If this has helped you, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I will see you for more 3D printing tips.